I just think that if you really want to be the best, you really want to be this individual that gets everything you've ever dreamed of come true, how hard are you prepared to work?
I think the single biggest thing we're all guilty of as hairstylists is that we take our industry for granted. We assume that everyone knows how talented we are. We assume that everyone knows what a toner does and that it's important. Well, the truth is they don't. So verbiage is huge to make sure you make that connection.
I used to do a guy's hair called Tony Robbins. He's a huge motivational speaker. When I say huge, he's really huge. I said to him, you know, one of the hardest parts of being me is actually talking to my own crew. He said, why is that? I said, I know what it is. He says, well, first of all, you can never talk about the vision enough. So I don't care if you die saying the same things, you've got to keep repeating the vision. And then more importantly, how do you interpret that in different ways so it's the same visionary story, but hitting on different ears so they go, oh, I heard that for the first time, even though you may have said it 100.
What I always say is knowledge destroys fear. So speak to your client as if you're teaching a class, really showing them that there is an expertise, not just putting color, mixing it in a bowl, and then just applying it. The whole point of having the color bar out is to really explain to our guests what it is that they're doing.
Robert gave us the brilliance of the color bar menu. I think that's so important. So what we did is we basically took the categories that were already in existence and came up with a bunch of different names for them.
I think menus really help, especially for our new talent, because they have so many things that they're trying to work out in their mind and trying to figure out that the menus really is a tool to be able to communicate with the client. When we first decided to use the Washhouse menus, we had a team meeting and we shampooed each other.
All day.
All day long. We came together as a group and decided what we liked best or what could work better. How do you see this Washhouse menu? And it was funny because what I've noticed in the tracking of our Washhouse treatments is that our sales always go up right after our training.
Menus are critical to get common knowledge, and what I love of them as a guy who wants to reverse the training cycle, when I put a new menu in play, the first thing my staff have to do is learn the menu, because as a coach that already sets the conversations that we're going to be having in our salon for the next 2 months.
The importance of having a menu and knowing what's on that menu, knowing all the different ways that my guests can enjoy the experience. So I need to be knowledgeable in all the different services that we provide. That menu is that tool that gets us to where we need to be.
Probably one of the biggest breakthroughs that Robert had and that I've been having since joining the team is the team's got to develop these.
Yep.
People support what they help to create. That's a basic, right? But sometimes we get a little busy and we sometimes forget, and having a ritual workshop is a self-training. We don't need a Washhouse expert. We just need a group of creative, talented, passionate people, which we have. Throw them in a room, give them some ingredients, and give them a goal.
Our services have grown. They went from 2.0 to 2.16, and we're utilizing that with our Washhouse menus and our color bar menus and all the menus that we have, just to be able to offer and make more suggestions per guest.
Whether it's comes from the color bar, whether it comes from Take Home, whether it comes from Pro Tools, I think we've really trained hard in an effort so they see all the solutions, and all the solutions may not always just come from a pair of scissors.
Our average number of services per guest is 2.5, and I think that has a lot to do with the fact that our color bar is visible. They get to see what's going on at that color bar. And since then, we've seen our stylist confidence climb, and we've also seen more frequency of rebooking because they're trying to achieve a certain look, and now they understand after somebody took the time to chat with them.
When we look at the promotional avenues, I think what we're really saying here is we're not demolishing our salon and changing the way it looks every 3 months. What we're changing is the way we look from a menu item. So this is the least expensive way for me to create significant change so that every client walking in the door is going to go, oh my God, there's something new going on here. The thing about indicators, there's 5 or 6 you can wish for. And you may have one that's just the daddy of all, going, oh, I got the highest average ticket, but frequency of visit you want to compare it to, you want to see retention. So I always talk about 6 ways you can honor me as the owner, and I'm just saying being good at one makes you a one-dimensional player. You may be great at 3, what would it mean for you to increase your ability on the 4th indicator that would set you free? The helping hand you're looking for, it's the end of your sleeve, and the more knowledge that we feed into you as the company you work for, then I think the more dangerous you'll become later. And that's very exciting, believe it or not.